Good Friday morning. This is the Grizz Morning Show for Friday, March 11th, 2016. Welcome in. How you be on this Friday morning? We've got a lot to talk about because this week it was action-packed and many things happening. And it is my first Blab morning show. So let's jump right into it. Last night we had the Republican debate. Donald Trump, John Kasich, Ted Cruz, and Marco Rubio. This morning, Dr. Ben Carson officially endorsed Donald Trump. He believes he'll be on the cabinet, he says. So we'll see what happens with that. So that was last night. Now, what else happened this week? Well, a lot of things went down. And, it was a busy, crazy, hectic week. On social media, Meerkat is in its final days. That's right. Meerkat, the way it currently is in its final days. A lot of people couldn't come to grips with that. But you know what? Reality is reality. And the bottom line is this. When it's time to go, it's time to go. Every chapter has a closing moment. And then a new chapter begins. So this is a new chapter as we do a morning show. In your sports report on this Friday morning, the Philadelphia Phillies remain red hot in spring training action. They've won 3 of their last 4 games, plus a tie yesterday. They tied 6-6 in their game against the Detroit Tigers yesterday afternoon. Also this week, outfielder Aaron Altair, it was announced, will miss 4 to 6 months with an injury. So Aaron Altair out with an injury 4 to 6 months. In weather, it was a crazy week. 80 degrees in Philadelphia. It was hit twice this week. Today, it's a colder day here in Philadelphia. And also, in the world of entertainment, lots of things happening there. As on Survivor this week, we watched the vote out of, we actually watched a vote out and we watched the takeout of Caleb. That's right. On Survivor, Caleb was taken off the island. He was medevaced out of there. So Caleb just couldn't handle the heat. His body gave way and he was medevaced out of the game. Then when they went to tribal council, Alicia was the one voted out unanimously 3-0. So that's Survivor recap. On The Bachelor. The Bachelor now down to 2 women. It said in an interview that he has picked a woman. He is engaged to one of the 2 women. He told him he loved both of them. He's picked one to go to the dance with. So we'll see if it becomes reality, because we know the history of The Bachelor in the past is that they get engaged, and then all of a sudden they're breaking it off. We've seen it happen on The Bachelor. We've seen it happen on The Bachelorette. For wrestling fans, it looks like Dean Ambrose is going to finally get the gold as he goes after the WWE World Heavyweight Championship tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, Dean Ambrose will go after the title as he takes on Triple H at Roadblock, a special on WWE Network. So you'll want to tune in to that. And finally, in the news story segment of this morning show, that's right, I went to Philadelphia this week. That's right, I went to Philadelphia and broadcast from the Liberty Bell and South Street and Penn's Landing. You can catch that on #Catch. That's right, #Catch is where you could see hours and hours of broadcasting from yours truly this week. As I said goodbye to Meerkat, my final broadcast was yesterday afternoon. So, it's Friday. You ready for the weekend? It's going to be an exciting weekend ahead. St. Paddy's Day weekend. That's right. That's what this is. St. Paddy's Day weekend. So, get ready for a fun, exciting weekend. No doubt about that, because it will be good times. The history of St. Paddy's Day. Well, for me personally, I was married 4 years ago. That's right. It's St. Paddy's Day. 4 years ago, St. Paddy's Day. So it's my 4th wedding anniversary coming up this week. And, made it 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not an easy thing, folks, but you make it across the finish line through hell, fire, and brimstone. You come across the finish line and you get it done. You get that 4th year obtained, and 4 years of marriage is going to be in the books. As far as what the future holds, I don't know. It's going to be different. A lot of things are different. I mean, the launch of this morning show, today's the first edition, and I do it off the top of my head. I talk about things that I feel like, are interesting. And let's jump ahead some more here, because let's go into the future and talk about what's about to happen as far as let's go back to television, because I love watching TV. I use my DVR. I've watched Survivor and many shows. We have the finale of American Idol coming up. That's right. American Idol will say goodbye. Their final episode airs in a few weeks. We also have some other things happening, guys. That's right. We also have the return of Empire, one of the best television shows, in my opinion. Empire has that drama that we need to be entertained with, Empire, a great show starring Terrence Howard and, of course, Cookie, the character Cookie. She makes that show amazing. I mean, really, Empire, a great show. So if you're looking for a hot TV show, I'm telling you right now, tune in to Empire in a couple of weeks when it returns. It actually is scheduled to return on March 30th. That's right. March 30th will be the return to television for Empire on Fox Television Network. And we'll see. Will John Kasich drop out finally of the Republican race? There's some people that believe John Kasich will become the vice president. Well, you know what? It could happen, but it might not happen. We'll see. I mean, it'll be interesting to see if John Kasich actually does go ahead and become the vice president. You never know. I mean, if Cruz gets the nomination, then things change. But if Donald Trump gets it, a lot of people believe John Kasich will be our next vice president of the United States of America. So that's pretty much, what's going down. I mean, baseball season's getting ready to start. I'm fired up for that. And also a busy week for the NFL, because the NFL opened up free agency and trades, and there was lots and lots of moves. Teams got better with the moves they made. That's right. Teams went out there, spent the money, and made the trades to clear some of the money. And you know what? NFL season is only 6 months away, less than 6 months away. Baseball season's around the corner. Summer's coming. Are you ready for the beach? I mean, lots of bullet points here to hit on this morning. With summer coming up, we could talk about the beach and the good times and beach bars and everything that's fun and exciting. This is an exciting time of the year. This is a time of the year where life really turns up the dial. You know what I'm saying? Like, the winter's over. We're already on March 11th. Happy days are here again, And just let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. That's exactly what we want. It's the good times to roll through. And now's the time for me here to be on Blab, doing this morning show. Today's the first edition. And I am not going to have a scheduled time, okay? You're just going to have to catch it here on the podcast. That's what we're going to do here. It's going to be a podcasted morning show. It's going to be done during the morning hours here on the East Coast. Right now, we're a little bit after 10 o'clock in the morning here on the East Coast. So, it's the Grizz Morning Show. That's right. The Grizz Morning Show is here. It's officially here on Blab, and it will be podcasted for you right here. So definitely want to, spread the word and let everybody know that the Grizz Morning Show is here with multiple topics in play. We talk sports. We talk news. We talk politics. We talk weather. We talk current events. We talk it all right here on the Grizz Morning Show, right here, exclusively on Blab. That's right. So episode 1 is on your dial right now, on your internet dial. And we'll keep on doing these things for you. So, we'll have lots of fun topics, like I said, what lies ahead, possibly some big road trips coming up. Look, bottom line is this, the people at Meerkat aren't to be blamed. People at Meerkat, they have talent. I've told them that. There's a lot of talented people out there. I want to mention some people here on my Blab Morning Show. One person is Andrew Shaman, and he is the host, as he calls it, the Jesus Christ Dating Hour. Well, the man looks like Jesus, so that's what he likes to do. I mean, hey, he's a fun guy. He's talented. He's an enjoyable guy to watch. So, I mean, hey, I'm telling you right now, I support the man, and I invite you to support him too. So, feel free to drop in on his Meerkat streams. He does a great job over there, and, he's a talented guy. I'm hoping one day to introduce him in one of these cameras as a co-host here on the morning show, the Grizz Morning Show. I'm going to be doing a lot of things here on Blab. Okay. Number one thing that I will be doing here on Blab is this. Okay. So let me just send out a little message here that we are here officially for episode 1. You know how that goes. But I'm a straight shooter. You know, like my way of doing broadcasting in this age is to let people know, hey, we're doing this, we're doing that. You know, like I'm an open book, you know. So that's the bottom line. But anywho, like I was saying, that you know, a lot of good things are ahead. A lot of good things are ahead. And I'm fired up about it. I'm ecstatic about it. And I believe that, you know, it will be fun. Life will be good. It's a new era, and we're going to build it block by block. You know, it's going to take time to build this thing back up. But, you know, sometimes in life you decide that you want to start over with a brand new concept, and the Grizz Morning Show is where I believe it needs to go. You know, I've always wanted to do a morning show, and I've had some ideas. And you know what? No fancy titles here. Straight up, it's the Grizz Morning Show, and that's that. That's what it's going to be. And eventually, I do expect to be joined by co-host and, you know, the grow this thing. You know, I'm starting off as a solo morning show host. And yes, I do have it in me to carry a show. That's the question a lot of people ask. Can you do it yourself? Of course I can. Of course I could sit here and tell you about some hot topics. You know, Easter is coming up. A couple weeks to Easter. I mean, really, we're like, what, 2 weeks away to Easter, guys? Just 2 weeks away, okay? So, you know, things are happening. This is a time of the year, like I was saying, things are happening. And we have a big plan for you for April 11th. We're going to be live. We might go back to Periscope for that one. I'm not sure yet. On April 11th, we've got Phillies opening day tailgate. So that might happen over on Periscope. So we'll see. You know, we're not rolling nothing out at this point, okay? Like I said, I said goodbye to Meerkat yesterday, but we're not rolling nothing out because you never know what the future may bring. Never say never. But for now, this is it. This is the official place. It's Blab, and that's where it's at. So what my plan is to do the morning show and then just kind of have a bunch of hangouts here on Blab. You know, we'll have hangouts. I'm not going to be here that much, but I'll tell you what. One of my babies is Thirsty Thursday, and that's something I really like. We might do a game show night here where we can, you know, let you guys answer questions in the cameras. So a lot of exciting things are coming here to this broadcast. I promise you that. The Grizz Show as a whole, the Grizz channel here on Blab is going to be something that we're going to utilize and we're going to make it happen, okay? So the song goes, we're going to make that happen. And that's exactly what we're doing here. We're going to make it happen. So, you know, if you want to join in, I appreciate you coming on. You know, feel free to get involved with this morning show. But right now, we are doing our morning show here for the masses through the power of archives here on Blab. It's an exciting day for me. Hopefully, it's an exciting day for you, whatever you're doing out there in the land of broadcasting. That's right. A lot of talented people in this business right now. You know, this business is growing. New talents are coming through. You know, right now we got some major league talent that are working in the minor leagues. You know, they could be pumped up to the next level. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to build a morning show with talented people with me. And it's going to take weeks to do that. It's going to take time, you know. So it eventually will hit the peak. I promise you guys. We will hit our peak eventually. Right now, it's just grow little by little. You know, on the first show, you normally talk about what is about to happen, you know. And there's no doubt in my mind that we can take you anywhere we want here on Blab. We can take you places, okay? And there's a lot of places I haven't been yet. There's a lot of places that I've been to that I love going to. And when you want to talk about traveling, my thing is that I've always headed either to the Jersey Shore or down to Florida. And, you know, I'm more comfortable in going to Florida over going out to the West Coast. But I'm looking into possibly going to a thing called Mearstock in Vegas. So we'll see what happens. You know, time will tell. Good morning, everybody joining in. Hopefully you're having a great morning. So, yeah, this is a podcast here that we're doing. It's the first edition. Good to have you dropping by on this Friday morning. And bottom line is, like I said, you know, we're just here just to have a good time. I mean, if you want to cam up and join in as a caller, feel free. You know, the topic in play is, what are your plans for the future? That's what we're talking about this morning. is that the future, it looks exciting. It really does. You know, the shore is opening back up. The Jersey Shore is where it's at. You've got the beach bars. We're going to do a live thing from the beach bar. Believe me on that. I'll be down there at the beach and drinking with some frozen drinks. And you never know. You know, we're working on lots of ideas. You know, we've already sat down and had production meetings. We were going to film a TV show. And what happened was that everything was getting ready to go. And then last minute, the plug was pulled on it, you know, and that was my decision. It was my decision to pull the plug on taping a TV show. We looked at it. We talked about Vegas. We talked about going, you know, and doing things all over. You know, we looked at Florida. I had a whole team put together. And then all of a sudden I said, listen, guys, you see, you know what? We're not going forward with this. You know, we're just not doing it. We're not going forward with this TV taping. You know, the morning show. Yeah, we're green lighting the morning show, guys. No doubt about it. The morning show has begun. You know, I feel like I've listened to enough radio shows in my lifetime that I know how to put together a decent morning show. There won't be no music here. This is a talk platform. This is all talk all the time. It's blab. It's what we're here for, is the talk. I mean, you know, there'll be times we'll take you out. We'll show you different sights and sounds. We'll interview some people. So this will be a talk platform here on Blab on the morning show. So today's episode 1. We'll be back Monday. There's no set time in the morning because it's a podcast, okay? Whenever I come on, we go, you know, I'll promote it that we're out here doing it. And, you know, you guys want to join in, it'll be a call-in morning show. So basically, until I have a cast put together of co-hosts, we're going to have it be like people can jump in with the topics that we're talking about. They can add whatever they want. You know, it's going to be one of those deals where I'm going to allow you 2 minutes to call in and say what you want, you know. And then, you know, if you want to talk about our topics, that's great. Or we can go back and forth on dialogue. But the thing is, we're going to make sure that every morning show is topic driven, okay? There'll be a topic in play. You know, I love sports, so we're going to talk lots of baseball here. We're going to talk lots of football, you know, free agency and the draft coming up. We've got March Madness next week. March Madness is a big deal. You know, I totally forgot about that. But now I remember that March Madness Sunday night is Selection Sunday, okay? We're going to find out who is going to be in the bracket. And the question is, how do you approach your brackets? What do you do when you start picking your brackets? What do you do? Do you just go and pick random numbers and start playing with it? Do you do multiple brackets and have a method to it? Or do you just gamble? Do you just go out there and throw out your bracket, just put up some teams and see what happens? You know, it's the old saying, throw it up against the wall and see what sticks. Look, you can make a lot of money if you get lucky. You know, March Madness, they have lots of competitions that pay big dollars if you can win them. You know, I've come a little close, but not super close to winning one. So I normally try to look at these guys who are the analysts, who they're picking, and I can normally try to go with what they're saying and use them as my bracket picks. I normally take it from the analyst, but they're not always right. There's always upsets. It always ruins people's brackets. And, you know, there's been some years when I played these bracket games where the brackets, you know, turned out good. And then there was other years where the brackets didn't turn out good. So, you know, it is what it is. There's no guarantee that you're going to get a winning bracket every year you do it. You know, you have to throw it up against the wall, see what sticks, and we'll see. You know, anything could happen. Lightning does strike, okay? You know, you could be the winner. You could walk away with $40,000 or $50,000 or whatever they're paying you. You go walk away with it. Hell, if you get a perfect bracket, you walk away with lots and lots of money. Nobody's going to get a perfect bracket, though. They know it's impossible. It's really impossible to get a perfect bracket. I would like to meet somebody who can get a perfect bracket. I just don't see it happening. But, you know, there's guys out there who get creative, and they play like 16,000 brackets, you know? Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like, they play a lot of brackets. So this is the Grizz Morning Show here on Blab. We're new here. And if you do want to call in, guys, for joining here, everybody coming in, the camera is open to join in. Let's hear what you think about the topics in play. If you want to be on the podcast, jump in. If not, take a chair in the chat room, hang tight. And we have some people joining us here in the chat room. Shout out to MF Stone in the chat room here hanging out. Good to have you here on this Friday morning. The weekend's here, guys, so good things are coming, you know. The weekend's here and good things are coming. So, you know, that's the big deal here, you know. It's party time. Thirsty Thursday was last night. Pounded down the beers last night. So celebrate at the end of the, you know, for me, it's not really the end of the week, but, you know, I just partake in it. I haven't worked a day in a long time here. It's been a while since I've worked today. What's up? Good morning, everybody. Gazboo in the house, and Gazboo did not hang. So, some people just come in. Gary Ho is who that was. Gary Ho, thanks for stopping in. But, look, bottom line is, like I said, this is a podcast, so we're not going to worry about who's hanging and who's not hanging. And you know what? This is an abbreviated first morning show, guys. But to wrap it down, here's what we talked about this morning. We talked about summer coming up. We talked about sports topics. We talked about the weather this week where it was 80 degrees in the Philadelphia area. Lots of things going down this week, okay? So it was an eventful week here. Lots of things happening. I also talked about my whole thing going from Meerkat moving on over. So, it is what it is, That's that. It's been an eventful week. There's no doubt about it, So now we go to the next phase of life, It's the next chapter. I said we have to – every chapter has a closing point, and that close, and now today is the beginning of a new chapter. So I'm excited about doing this morning show, and I look forward to, people calling in. I look forward to people joining me as co-hosts. So definitely, I ask you guys to spread the word to everybody you know. Let them know here that we do call in through the video, okay? It's the new way, 2016. Instead of calling a phone number, when I did talk radio, we gave out a phone number. That phone number was 856-227-1360. The other phone number was 856-227 – no, wait a minute. See, I couldn't remember it. 856-232-7077. So it was 856-227-1360 and 856-232-7077. Those were the numbers for our radio station over at WNJC Radio where I was. And, yesterday I actually listened back to my last show. I played it on my finale over there. It's all on catch. All my work will be on catch from this week, a tour of Philadelphia. The only thing that's not there is my Truth or Dare game, which I'm going to bring here to Blab. That's right. This Monday night, I'm going to bring Truth or Dare to Blab. So, there you have it. There's an official announcement right there. Monday night, 7 p.m. East Coast time. It will be Truth or Dare. The way we play it here is you cam up, and I tell you, I give you a truth question. You answer it, or you're going to take the dare. So it'll be fun times. It's going to be good here at Blab. I tell you that right now. We've got lots of plans. And, we'll take you out. We'll go down to the beach. We'll have a beach bash broadcast. It's going to be good times ahead, folks. So let the good times roll, okay? So like I said, this is a pre-recorded broadcast pretty much. We're more on the podcast level right now. And that's the deal. But there is no phone calls here. All you have to do is join in, okay, guys? So that's the name of the game. Just join in. And there you go. It's in the books. Episode 1. I knocked out a bunch of topics in a very short period of time, but it's official. Episode 1 of the Grizz Morning Show has concluded. You guys have a great weekend. From me to you. Take it easy, guys. It's been a bull, you all. Look forward to meeting all yous right here at the brand new Blab Show. Happy weekend.